and Huber Orchard Winery and Vineyards. Well, it's a mouthful. Boy, they have evolved. It's still great fun. They have never closed. Lisa Kruger joins me once again. And Lisa, let's talk a little bit about that. You know, everybody loves the escape that happens in southern Indiana with Huber's. Tell me a little bit about the fact that you haven't closed, but things have changed a little bit, right?
Definitely. So things look a little differently than the last time you came, most likely. We didn't ever close our doors. We obviously modified what we offered. We shifted to a carry out for food and spirits. Our farm market stayed open constantly. And then we just sort of looked outward into the community to see what they needed us to do. So we offered carry-out food, we offered carry-out wine, we ramped up our baking in the bakery because that's what people were looking for. And then of course in Indiana, when we were able to reopen more fully with precautions and social distancing in place, we were more than happy to reinstate on-premise dining and all the things that people are interested in doing when they come out.
You know, when you think about, summer memories, spring memories, of course in the fall with the pumpkins and all of that, I always think about Huber's, and there's so much going on. Father's Day is right around the corner.
Yeah.
Dad would not only like to pay a visit, he'd probably like to take a few things home with him, Lisa. So let's talk about those.
I'll bet. We have something for every dad in your life. And let me just tell you, we love dads. We love dads, we love dad-in-laws, we love stepdads, we love granddads, we love people that stand in for dads, we love moms that act like dads. We love them all. And there's something for everyone here. So if you want to come out for a visit, we have a fantastic, and when I say fantastic, this is mind-blowing. We have a tour and taste package. It is for 2 people. It includes a tour of our facility, a rick house tasting, so you get to go into our actual rick house and taste the product right there, a cocktail of your choice, a souvenir glass, and a pizza. This is for 2 people. You ready? $29.
Whoa, that's a great deal. Dad would love that. And then he can share the experience with his wife, right?
Oh, sure, or one of his grown children. And so if you feel like making the trip, that is a fantastic way to spend Father's Day. Or you can even just book it for later on when you feel more comfortable coming out and treat Dad to something a little bit later in the month. If, on the other hand, you're looking to pick up something, we have everything. I mean, I brought basically the entire distillery here.
Yeah, let's take a look at that because I think it's interesting, the quality. I mean, it's not just known not only in the region, but throughout the country, you were telling me, Lisa.
Yeah, so if you have your ear to the ground for the craft distillery movement, Starlight Distillery is coming up a lot. I mean, we have bloggers in Texas, for example, that just a few weeks ago reviewed 3 of our single barrel selections, and they were literally mind blown. It was quite an eye-opening experience for us to see the kind of reach that our product has, and suddenly we're hearing from people all over the country and honestly from other countries that really want to try our stuff. So if your dad is into that craft experience, we've got some fantastic special things for them. One of the things we're most excited about right now is a sherry barrel finished bourbon. It is just exquisite. It's an Oloroso sherry barrel that this bourbon is finished in. It's available in our retail. We also are doing a re-release of our Rick House Rye, which is a gorgeous rye product. It has a very soft spice to it. It's been very well received. If you are not quite up to making the trip to Indiana or aren't local to us, you can get this at Liquor Barn. A single barrel selection is always a fantastic idea. You can visit Total Wine, your local Kroger's, the Liquor Barn as well, and pick up the single barrel selection that each of those organizations has chosen themselves. Or you can also grab one of these in our retail. If Dad is more of a clear spirits drinker, we've got him covered. We have gin. We have vodka. If he's a DIYer, then you can pick up all the things you need to make those great cocktails, all the garnishes, his favorite tumbler, a little flight so he can enjoy a few things at once, even snacks. One of our favorite things right now is a bourbon cake that we have collaborated with the Sisters of St. Ferdinand Monastery Baked Goods, and they actually used their rum cake recipe, but it's infused with our bourbon instead of rum, and it is delicious. Perfect companion with your dad's favorite spirit.
Well, Lisa, it's obvious that there is a commitment to quality at Huber's, which I love. It's always the very best, but it's also
Always.
about the experience. So when you were talking about the tastings and the tours, for folks who would like to do that, I think making a memory with dad, mom, the entire family, how do they do it? Do they book online? How do they make that happen?
It depends on what kind of experience you want. If you would like to take advantage, for example, of that tasting experience that I mentioned, go ahead and go online to our huberwinery.com. The Starlight Distillery or the Winery and Vineyards link will take you to either a winery experience or a distillery experience. You can browse the options there and book. There are several right now that you can book online, but then you don't have to pay until you get there. So that's a nice option for you. If, on the other hand, you want more of a laid-back, casual experience, maybe get the whole family involved, our patio and inside dining is available, and we have fantastic news. That Father's Day weekend on Saturday will be the beginning of live music again for us, finally. So we're very excited. It'd be a great time to come out, grab a pizza, grab a bottle of wine, hang out, get some strawberries from the farm market, and just sit back and enjoy the music on the patio.
Yeah, that's part of the experience now. I mean, I can remember going back in the day and heading out there to the winery and grabbing a blanket, and it's fantastic. But the experience keeps improving and getting better and more options. And for those who maybe don't care for wine, and the wine is fantastic, they can go now with, like you said, to bourbons. To you look at all of everything that she's got there. It's delicious across the board, and farm quality products as well. You know, veggies and cheese bread and all of this stuff. We go on. Okay, so when you go over to the farmers market there, what do you pick out, Lisa? I'm curious. What do you like?
Oh, I'm a sucker for a really beautiful tomato. And right now we do have, we have a lot of beautiful sourced produce in the farm market. That was one of the other things that we looked at, that people were looking to be able to purchase that produce. And it's a little early in the season for a lot of things for us. Strawberries are in season right now, and you pick and buy them in the farm market. But for the other things that weren't quite ready yet, we did source some locally grown produce, and you can pick it up in the farm market, so that when you come, you can take that visit, get the produce that you want, the baked goods that you want, and be sure you visit our ice cream shop as well, because it is brand new, renovated from top to bottom. Still the best ice cream you've ever had, but in a really cool new environment.
You know, Lisa, you're the marketing director, but aren't you even wowed when you see some of the wines and the bourbons that are winning these awards in national competitions? Yeah. It's really impressive because, as I said, it's the commitment to excellence. You know, you have to be really proud to be working for an entity like Huber's.
I am 100%. I will say I am constantly amazed and not surprised, because the Huber family, and by Huber family I mean people whose last name is Huber, and also the many, many dedicated staff and employees we have working with us, have always had that commitment to excellence, to customer service, to a good product, to the community, to doing those things that we know are going to help build great memories for them. We like to say that that good times are always in season, because regardless of what we're growing on the farm, or even in the wintertime, there's something to look forward to when you come out there. And whatever we can do to just create a great experience for your family, to do something to help make you feel better, make you feel safe or comfortable. So before I forget, for the dad that has everything, you can also pick up our Starlight Distillery hand sanitizer. We do still have it available.
I love it.
If you want to grab a bottle of that for Dad to drop into his glove box or keep in his desk at work, or if you need a little bit more, give us a call. We can take care of that too.
Lisa, you're always fantastic. Please tell all of the Hubers that we said hello.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
And again, make that trip to Southern Indiana. You're going to love the experience and make some memories.